but this video is outrageous. Let me know your honest thoughts and opinions on this. Man, we gotta see what this talking about, dog.
What's the freakiest thing you've done in your life?
All right, so for now it's one story, but it probably more.
Okay.
I had a threesome with a guy and his mom, and that was like his birth mother.
Wait.
What's she doing? What's she doing? Nah. Ma'am, you know you're nasty for that. With the mom? With his. I need some windshield wipers or something. Like, nah, we gotta hear this. Ma'am.
Wait. Hold on. So
It was amazing.
when you say threesome, everybody interacted with
She
each
was
other.
sucking dick.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I gotta let this play. I just can't believe
my
it.
God. Whoa. Oh my God.
She
Oh my
was
God.
sucking.
So it was bad on their
She
part.
did it first.
Hold on, wait,
my God.
wait.
I wanna go.
Hold up.
Yo.
First of all, don't be judging me.
No,
This
no,
is
no,
not
you don't be
about
judging me.
you.
This is
I don't want
judgment.
being judged.
This is
Judging
judgment
the
free.
mom.
This is not about you. This is not about
It's
you.
shocking. It's not judgment.
It's the mother and the son who's
I
Hold
take
on.
my glasses off.
Let's not try. I know this is about to go crazy, but let's try not to talk over each other. Before you even tell us about the
They
threesome,
going to hell.
no, we're
Instantly.
not judging them. I'm not judging them either.
I am. They going to hell. But go ahead.
Listen, as long as it's not me and my mom, I'm good. But how the fuck did you get there? Let's give us that story first.
Well, I was talking to him. He's half black and half Italian.
There we go.
Mom
Don't win.
Mom had him when she was very young, like very young in her teen, like she was a teenager, got kicked out. Anyway, him and I
Obviously.
meet. This was like years ago when POF was popping. I met him on POF.
Yo, the freaks be on PO.
Hey.
So, you know, so we were talking for a while. We were talking for like 2-3 months, and then we finally met. He took me out, and then we went back to his place, and his mom's was there. And she was like, oh, I was just out. She was like, I was just cleaning up a bit, or whatever the case may be. A lot of people telling me that they probably set me up, but I don't know. But
Not
even
to
Yes.
cut you off, was his mom the
fire.
black or the Italian?
she was
Oh,
Italian.
good question.
I didn't want to say I knew that. Go ahead.
Yeah, she
Hey, I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm not even gonna say nothing, dog. I think my silence can. That should tell y'all everything y'all need
she
to
was
know.
Italian.
So you get to the crib.
Yeah,
You met the mom before, obviously.
never.
So this is the first.
This is the first time I meet her.
Okay,
Yeah, they set
go
you
ahead,
up.
Keep going.
So
They set you
Definitely
up.
set you up in exact porno scenario.
It
hold
sounds
on.
like the intro to one of those porn scenes, right?
Hold on. Keep going.
Taboo.
I'm being judged. Anyway,
Nah, you're not.
so I go in, you know, she was there. She was in the kitchen and stuff like that. And
Okay.
she's like, oh, babe, you know, I'm going to leave. She's like, oh, no, Mom, you know, have a glass of wine or whatever the case is. I get one too. So we get into the living room. They're just like small chat. And, you know, she says hi to me and everything like that. So when we get to the living room, I'm sitting literally right here and she's sitting over there. So, you know, he goes into his room and I guess he was changing or whatever. And then just her and I was just small talking. You know, she was complimenting me. She was like, oh, you know, like, you're really like, he told me about you. Like, you really are pretty or whatever. Like, oh, Dominican, yada, yada, yada. Fast forward, at this point, we're still sipping. And then she goes, oh, you know, like, stand up for me. So I stood up and I'm like, okay. And then she's like, oh, turn around. So I'm turning around. She stands up too. And then she smacks me on my ass. And I'm like, okay. She's like, oh, you know, I just think you're so beautiful, whatever. So then he comes out and we start talking and she tells him about, you know, she starts complimenting me and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, you know, thank you. So then I sit back down And she then starts sitting next to me. So she sat like literally right here. I ain't have nowhere to move. I was like cornered. And then he is sitting. He's like sitting right here on the one-seater. And then she's just like, he stands up.
Right.
So he stands up. After giving me all of these compliments, she's just looking at him. And I'm like feeling mad awkward. And I'm just like, what's going on? So he pulls his dick out.
Oh, yeah, that's a regular degular.
And then he's just like,
Pulls his dick out and
he said,
They been fucking.
and I quote,
hold on.
he
Wait.
said, and I quote, do what you do best and come suck this dick.
Say that to
his mom.
his mother.
To his mother.
Wow.
No.
And I was just sitting there like, I was stunned. Like, I really couldn't move. I was just like, nah. I was like, no.
Right.
I was like, nah, that can't be his mom.
It sounds like a
no.
good Bang Bros scene. or something.
Right, like a bang. And then she got on her knees and she did what she was told to do. I ain't gonna lie, I got turned on.
She adopted?
No,
That's biological.
No.
That's his mom.
Oh,
And
you
so
gotta be
when
careful
after
around
she
her.
stopped sucking his dick, he looked at me and he was like, "Come suck this dick." And so I went and I sucked his dick. I mean, but yo, she was gob.
The title of this whole podcast says it all. But that's just a different type of dirty. I know I'm not the only one that thinks that. Like, that's, I don't know. Incest is just different. Like, hopefully she don't do that to her child when she got kids, because you know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully she don't do that to her own, because she enjoyed it that much.
And she eats some good pussy too. But that was it after that. I never talked to him after that. He called me, but I blocked him.
You going to hell for being there?
Oh, I'm going to hell for many other reasons. It ain't gonna be that
I'm
one.
playing with you.
I can't wait for to get Lucifer Morningstar.
They live in the house together.
They probably, so the crazy
They
thing
fucking
is,
regularly.
So-
Yeah, literally.
An extra party.
we had a conversation. I
space
probably
for me.
didn't talk to him for like a week after that. And then we finally had a conversation and he was just like, like my mom was the one who taught me how to have sex, kiss, whatever. She was like, yo, she had me young. And the more I think about it, what?
It's his facial expressions that's been killing me.
And it's just like, but listening to him talk about his experience with his mother, like she was a kid herself. She had a kid, and it's just like
And she
they
started
just
fucking
had
that
each other,
kid.
and they just started right, and and I was like, whoa, wait, hey. But yeah, that's probably I've done some crazy shit in my life, but
That had to be
I
crazy.
fucked a guy and his mom's.
When does that stop? Like, if he ever gets in a serious relationship, is he gonna stop fucking his mom?
That
And
nigga
that's the
in
reason
a
why-
serious
Yes,
relationship.
He's not.
Fucking his mother.
But that's a good question, and I had to tell him like, yo, I gotta worry about your moms. Like my whole
That's
thing is you've been
different.
fucking her since before I even came in the picture.
That's his
How
best.
you
That's his
become
best
the
pussy.
woman? Yeah, I was gonna say, how you
That's
become
his
the
best pussy.
woman
And he-
that
that
you
nigga-
competing with the
So-
pussy you came out of?
That nigga
Like,
trying to climb
and
back
he
in
was-
where he came from.
and it is climbing back in.
Nigga's
Like, yeah,
wildin',
he's
bro.
How do you compete? This is weird, bro. How do you compete when dude is cracking something that he came out of? That's crazy.
He's in there.
Been there.
Was he raw dogging his mother?
Of course. Would you put on?
Sucking his dick, bro.
Would I put on the condom if I was boning my mom? I would put on as much shit as I could possibly put on to not feel my mother's pussy. Are you kidding me? You're bugging.
He loves
I'm not
that
raw
pussy.
dogging my mother.
He loved it.
He loves
and then
it.
and then he was telling me that he was fucking her best friend too. I said, God,
The mom best friend?
the
Oh,
mom's
that's
best
regular.
friend.
Yo,
So
Bro.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they definitely.
Is plenty of fish like that? Is POF really like that? I've never been on any dating websites or nothing like that, bro. But is that real? Is that really how I get down over there, y'all? Y'all gotta let me know. I never been on any dating websites ever. Well, when I was in college. When I was in college, I got on some type of Tinder, but I ain't get a date. I ain't get no swipe lefts, no swipe right, whatever way you gotta swipe. I ain't get none. I was hurt, boy. Dang. I ain't been on one since, but this is what go down. Check. Anybody confirmed it down below?
Definitely was, getting it on before.
He definitely set you up.
when we finish, send me to mom Instagram because
I don't.
He's trying to
They want
see
a piece
what
of
they
that
hit
too.
on.
her son gonna walk in the room and cheer you on.
Yeah.
Cheer me
Suck
on,
his dick like
nigga.
you suck this dick, mom. Like, you know, I don't know. I don't.
Nah,
That's,
but
that's some gangster shit.
she was guacking. I was actually proud. I was like, wow.
Because
I
who's
know,
worse,
I know
the
I
mom or
had
the
a suck
son?
dick. Huh?
Mom,
Man, that's a great question.
mom.
That what?
Like, who's really the worst in the situation, the mother or the
She
son?
groomed her son to be that way. She's the worst.
She's worse. She's worse.
The son
But
going
because
to
it's the
hell.
way he spoke to the mom that kind of is making
But
me
she
confused
taught
about
him
who's
all
really
that
in
shit.
charge.
Nah, you think?
No.
Here's the thing: the mom is worse because, like you said, because she groomed him. But now that he's older, he knows exactly what's going on.
Absolutely.
He knows, but
Absolutely.
it's-
At this point, it's like,
it's
yo.
a choice. Like you choose.
It's definitely a choice, but it got to be something mentally going on. It got to be some type of mental imbalance there to why he's steady doing that, man. I done heard of situations like this where people are getting groomed and they're staying in situations because they feel like that this was right. Like, that's just sick, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to say, I'm definitely going to hold him accountable for his actions, but this dude, it has to be something mentally wrong with him because he's been groomed like that forever. So that's just like, it's like a Diddy situation.
Choose to continue to, you know what I
That's
mean?
some-
She got him going out there and finding her fresh ones.
You didn't ask about his pops?
You was a fresh one.
Say it again?
You didn't ask about his pops, where his pops was at, what happened to
Pops
his
ain't
pops?
around. Can't
Why
be
she
around.
not fucking his pops?
Right.
She
She probably
Dad
didn't
is
know.
black. Remember, he probably got the fuck up out of here.
Dad was
Bro,
nowhere
When he
in the
realized certain
picture.
things about mom.
Dad,
Yeah, but come suck this dick is a very black thing to say. I feel like his dad was in on it.
he wasn't there.
his dad probably got deported. His dad probably in Jamaica. Bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy,
A white
bro.
guy would have been like, put her there. Some shit like that.
Now,
it in
white.
your mouth.
Listen,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
never fuck a white man ever again.
I was about to say, ooh, because you was
No.
going, I thought the sentence ended there. If
Shout
she'd
out
have
to
let
all my
that,
white people though.
because I thought she was going to tell you that she let that white man hog tie her. But we're going to leave that alone.
What? Yeah, we got to see what part 2 is about this because Shorty been going crazy. This podcast, whatever podcast, if y'all like this, I honestly will keep reacting to their stuff. I'm going to tag them down below just in case y'all want to do some own research on y'all own. But yeah, the mama either was getting groomed. Like, honestly, if we think about it, if you want to be honest with no jokes, the father might actually be her father. Like, the child's father might be her father. If the father not in her life, he don't know who his father is. If that's what she was doing, she probably passed on that trait and put it on her on her child. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause they say that things like that, like they did like a test and was saying that most of the time when people are groomed, it's because they once were groomed. And it's like a domino effect, and it does stop somewhere, but it stops with someone who's just mentally strong. I don't know. It was like a study I had seen about it when they were locking up all of these people, and then their stories was, oh, my dad used to do this to me. And then they lock him up, and then his story, well, my cousin used to do this to me. It's like a sad domino effect. Like I said, this is honestly a crazy story. I don't even know how to feel about this, y'all. Like, y'all gotta honestly let me know y'all thoughts and opinions on this down below. I'm not gonna say I don't know how to feel, but it's so many factors that can play a part in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be a situation where it's like, who's in the wrong? Who's in the wrong? I'm gonna honestly let y'all answer because I'm a loss for words. I don't know exactly what to say about a situation like this, but this is just outrageous just to be like, yeah. Let me know what y'all think on this, man.